When we think of martial arts, we often only think of the popular ones, such as boxing, kung fu, and karate. However, there are many lesser known, underrated, and effective martial arts. In today's video, we will discuss these underrated martial arts, as well as some of the more popular ones that we did not cover in our previous video. Let's start with Krav Maga. This martial art was founded by Emi Lichtenfeld, and in the 1940s and 1950s, Krav Maga became the official white combat training of the Israel Defense Forces. This martial art is used by the Israeli army for self-defense. It is particularly effective in neutralizing an attacker, and when threatened with a gun or knife, this technique can be used to escape safely. This technique uses techniques from Aikido, boxing, judo, karate, and wrestling. Therefore, if you are familiar with Krav Maga, you will have an advantage over your opponent. Krav Maga is different from common martial arts and may not be classified as a martial art. Many martial art competitions appear to be choreographed as they follow the same routines and forms according to a specific guideline. In contrast, Krav Maga teaches adaptability and thinking on your feet. Everyone learns the basic punches, but how they react depends on the situation they are in. They use natural body movements to defend themselves against an attacker and then fight back. If we face a danger, we have one main principle: survive. Do whatever is necessary to stay alive, and you will learn the skills to be the last one standing. In combat sports and martial arts, there are certain moves that are not allowed because they are seen as unfair or disrespectful. However, in Krav Maga, targeting areas like the groin is just as valid as hitting the nose, throat, or solar plexus if it means saving your life. Krav Maga is designed for actual confrontations with real threats. So now that you all might have a better idea of what Krav Maga is, Silat originated in the Kingdom of Lancashire around the 2nd century AD. Initially, it was practiced by warriors to fight for justice. In Malaysia alone, there are more than 150 different styles of Silat, many of which draw inspiration from nature, animals, and the human body. Over time, different countries have developed their own styles and forms and changed their names. For example, in Indonesia, it is called Pencak Silat, and in Malaysia, it is called Bersilat. A student of Silat dresses in a black uniform and bandana, which devout practitioners believe carries magical powers. There can be Arabic letters and a picture of a tiger on these bandanas, too. Unlike other martial arts that focus on unarmed combat, Silat emphasizes training with weapons. The weapons used in Silat vary depending on the form one practices, but most weapons come from farming tools. A keris, a traditional dagger, is made from 9 different metals. Another weapon used in Silat is the parang, which can have either curved or straight blades, and varies in size from small knives to larger swords. The lembing, or spear, is typically made from bamboo, steel, or wood. The sabit, or sickle, is also a widely used weapon in Silat. Additionally, a sarong, which is a piece of cloth worn around the waist, can be utilized as a weapon for holds, chokes, and grabs, and can also provide protection against attacks from sharp objects. Now, you guys might be wondering if weapons are allowed in tournaments. Well, there's a catch. In the tanding match category, the focus is on hand-to-hand combat between 2 fighters using techniques like punches, grappling, and throws. Weapons are generally not permitted in this category. In the seni, competitors perform individual routines that may include weapons. They can demonstrate their skills using both unarmed and armed techniques. Ganda double. This involves 2 competitors from the same team performing together, and they can also incorporate weapons in their routines. In solo creative, bebas, competitors begin their performance without weapons, but can add them later. In our list, the third name is Tai Bo. When I first heard this name, I thought it was another martial art from China, but I was mistaken. This martial art actually originated in America in the late 1970s. The funny part is that it was invented by a fitness instructor. Now I might as well create my own martial art. Jokes aside, Billy Blanks had already mastered karate, kung fu, boxing, and taekwondo before developing his Tai Bo style. So yes, you guessed it right. Tai Bo is basically a mix of taekwondo, boxing, and karate. The main drawback of this martial art is that it doesn't prepare you for real-life confrontations. It's primarily focused on fitness, particularly improving cardiovascular health and aiding in weight loss, rather than teaching self-defense techniques. Participants usually follow high-energy workouts designed to burn calories and tone muscles, rather than learning how to effectively defend themselves. So, in short, this martial art won't help you in self-defense situations. Now let's discuss another martial art from Japan and China. Kenpo, or Kenpo, is a martial art that incorporates techniques from karate, judo, and kung fu. There are 7 main styles of Kenpo martial arts: Shorinji Kenpo, Nippon Kenpo, Okinawan Kenpo, American Kenpo, Kosho Shorei-ryu Kenpo, Nick Cherio's Kenpo, and Ryukyu Kenpo, among others. Alright, I won't discuss all forms of Kenpo here. If you're looking to learn martial arts for self-defense, these 3 styles would be good options: American Kenpo, Nippon Kenpo, and Shorinji Kenpo. Many Kenpo styles do not focus on real-life confrontations, and some do not even include realistic sparring, so it's important to choose wisely among the best options. Our next hybrid martial art is kajukenbo. I know some of you may not have heard of this martial art, or perhaps you already know about it. I first learned about it while reading comments on my videos. Kajukenbo is a combination of several martial arts: Western boxing, judo, jujutsu, Kenpo karate, eskrima, tang sudo, and kung fu. According to sources, this martial art was created to provide effective self-defense techniques against local crime, especially to help residents protect themselves from U.S. Navy sailors who often got into violent fights after drinking. Well, that's hilarious. Sometimes I wonder if hybrid martial arts are better than focusing on just one style. To answer this question, it's not hard to find. If we look at history, many legendary fighters are known for mastering only one style, like Mike Tyson and Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee even said, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." So, it's better to concentrate on one style rather than trying to learn many different styles. This is just my personal opinion. Whether you learn one or multiple styles, as long as you dedicate yourself fully to that martial art, you will be unbeatable. Our next martial art is kalaripayattu, which originated in India. I believe many Indians may not be familiar with their own martial art, so let me explain it to you. This martial art was developed in Kerala. Many Indians consider it to be one of the oldest martial arts in the world, which could be true since it has been practiced since as early as the 3rd century BCE. The name kalaripayattu comes from 2 words in Malayalam: kalari, which means training ground or battlefield, and payattu, which means to fight or exercise. According to traditional stories, Lord Parashurama, who is a reincarnation of the Hindu god Vishnu, is believed to have created the first kalaris, which are training centers for martial arts. Vishnu is considered a supreme god in Hindu mythology. It's quite fascinating to learn that even gods developed self-defense techniques for their followers. Similar to many martial arts, kalaripayattu was practiced by the warrior class in Kerala, especially the Nayars, who trained intensely from a young age to get ready for combat. There are 4 main styles of kalaripayattu: Vadakan Kalari, Northern Kerala style; Thekkan Kalari, Southern Kerala style; Madhya Kalari, Central Kerala style; and Kadathanadhan Kalaripayattu from the forests of Kerala. While these styles share some fundamental principles, they differ in their specific techniques, training methods, and underlying philosophies. That's it for today, guys. Let me know in the comments which martial art is your favorite. I'll see you in the next video, and feel free to suggest any topics that I might include in future videos. Bye for now.